Good morning, good morning. We just finished filming a 30-minute follow along killer leg day on this morning's BGF workouts. They are follow along 30 minutes with me. And when I tell people 30 minutes, they're like, oh, that simply can't be enough. I'm like, no, we freaking move. We move and we push it hard. I used to think for the longest time that during like my workouts, I was building lean muscle mass. I literally leave the gym being like, I just crushed that. I built so much lean muscle mass, and little did I know, like literally I felt so depleted the rest of the day. I was so tired. I was like, I could go home and take a nap. It was so hard for me to like walk up the stairs, all the things. And I thought that was the sign, like, Brie, you're crushing it. Until I started like diving into certifications and learning more about the journey and the process and all those things. And actually during our workouts, we're breaking down and depleting our bodies. So we don't actually grow lean muscle mass until we repair, we recover from it. So during those workouts, three things are ultimately happening. We are depleting our energies. We are increasing cortisol levels, which a lot of people think cortisol is really, really bad. I mean, generally we don't necessarily want it, but during our workouts, we do want it. And then we are creating tears within our muscles, and we don't grow new muscle mass until we repair and recover from it. And I used to think, well, that's okay. Like, I don't want to be this like big, bulky, Hulk looking girl, right? The more lean muscle mass that we have, the more calories that we naturally burn in a day to day. So you just sitting here, if you have more lean muscle mass, you're gonna burn more calories throughout the day. So we need to grow that lean muscle mass. We need to repair, recover, replenish, grow the lean muscle mass to burn more calories in a day and ultimately be able to eat more to have the best physique possible. And I was just mind blown by this. So once I started taking a whey protein isolate quick digesting carb after those workouts, my results skyrocketed and I truly started to like feel better, have better momentum. That was the biggest thing too, is I would crush a workout and then like the next 2 days I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't even go because my legs are so sore. I can't walk. I can't sit on the toilet. I can't walk up the stairs, all those things. And I thought it was the best thing ever, but then it was ruining my momentum and it was so hard to keep that going. So it just cracks me up looking back. Like if you are sitting there being like, that sounds like me, start taking away protein isolate quick digesting carb. And if you can, creatine and glutamine. Yes, my ladies, I used to take those. I just don't take them during pregnancy. So as soon as I'm cleared from Miss Doc over there after baby girl comes, I will be adding those back in. But ultimately that quick digesting carb is gonna go in, replenish the energy stores that we have burnt off, which like if you've ever done a workout and just felt that like, oh my gosh, I could just nap, I'm destroyed the rest of the day. Well, it's because we're not replenishing those energies. And then also super sciencey, but that carbohydrate latches onto the protein, shuttles it to the muscle to create those little micro tears and repair them to grow stronger, to grow thicker, to grow more muscle mass, so then we can burn more calories throughout the day and ultimately create the physique that you want so much. So I was mind blown when I first read this or learned about this or this process and things like that, because I literally was like the complete opposite. Plus you get like a little sweet treat. So my protein intake is super high right now. During pregnancy, I'm ultimately kind of testing it out to see if I can preserve more lean muscle mass. Ultimately during pregnancy too, pretty much everything that I consume or during what we consume is going to baby, which is really, really good. Like we want that, right? But muscle loss is part of that process because so much is going to baby that it's not all going to like my muscles like it generally would if I wasn't growing a baby. So my protein's really high. So I did 2 scoops. We did salted peanut butter today, and it's just like a little sweet treat too, which is nice. So this digests 6 times faster than say a meal. So like a meal would be a great option, but this is like the best option because we want as quick as possible. So I literally finished my workout like under 2 minutes ago, and now I'm like chugging away, right? So meal number 1. Okay, literally the next meal, which I almost forgot to record this, guys. This is gonna take some getting used to, but the next meal is going to be Greek yogurt. I always get the Oikos Greek yogurt with 20 grams of protein in it. And then we add in a scoop of collagen or either the protein powder. I love the French vanilla one inside the vanilla, but there's been some amazing combos that you can ultimately match with that. And that takes the protein content to this to 35 grams. 35 grams, and this meal literally takes 2 seconds to make. I get hyper fixated on meals, and I've literally had this one every single day for months now, literally months. Once I find a meal that like works and it tastes good and it's simple and easy, especially for my busy lifestyle, you know, being a mom, a business owner, a nutrition coach, like I need quick, I need simple, I need easy. I'm not about to like sit here and make this extravagant meal every single day. I just stick with it. So I'm adding some strawberries, some half a banana, and then I will add some blueberries. And then I also add a little bit of carbohydrates, more carbohydrates. The fruits are already carbohydrates, with just granola, which you absolutely don't have to do if you don't have the carbohydrates. But with this, ultimately, I've added also peanut butter if you need a little bit more fats. The options are endless for this as well. Like you could do berries, you could do melons, you could do, you know, banana, peanut butter. You can mix it up and make it like more of a dessert-y one. And that's kind of why I love this so much. I just keep it simple and do strawberries, blueberries, bananas, and then granola, guys. I get so many questions about what's the best granola, it's whichever one you love. I love the oats and honeys. This is like literally the most basic one of the great value. And I do about a fourth cup. And just like that, that is our next meal. And ta-da, it's so good too. Okay, I promise it is the same day. I have just been flying through shirts because literally Brady destroys them. Like he just had Greek yogurt. I should have filmed it, and it of course got everywhere with me. So I've been going through so much laundry, but on to the next meal. He is fed, he is ate. Next I am just making a little burger bowl. This is one of my staples, like hands down. We do a huge tub of ground beef generally on a weekly basis, and then that way Brandon and I can have meals ready to rock and roll. That's my number one tip. Seriously, number one tip. If you're struggling with meal prep, switch it to ingredient prepping and think about like simply making sure you have a protein source, cut up your veggies, you know, have a quick, easy things that you can add on top of meals. So then you're not like sitting there stressing about what to meal prep, what to have, you know, from there. And all you simply can do is decide, hey, what do I want to put my lean ground beef on? And then you can mix it up. I especially recommend that if you're someone who's like can't eat the same meals on a daily basis. At least having a protein source that is prepped, ready to rock and roll, because we'll take this, and if there's, especially with pregnancy, if there's something that's like really sounding good to me, or I want to mix things up, or I have been kind of getting in a funk where it's like, okay, I had that, I'm over it. This is super easy where I can take that lean ground beef and add it to different veggies or different seasonings, or add it to utilize different sauces or anything along those lines. So with that, I'm just meal prepping this. And then that way, my meals are so fast, they're so simple, and it's practically already cooked. All I have to do is heat it up. So if you are struggling with meal prep, I highly recommend switching your mindset to ingredient prepping and then add it on top of anything. I could take this and do like tacos, burritos, taco salads, burger bowls, burgers with my sweet potatoes. So these are the sweet potatoes that we use. Literally just get these from Walmart, and all you have to do is heat them up and then add a little cheese. The sauces, I love the G. Hughes brand. Literally, if you don't know about them, they have honey mustards, they have chicken sauces, they have burger sauces, they have ketchup, they have barbecue sauces that are like lower in sugar, and they have way better ingredients. I'm just adding a little bit of this, And then I'll do some pickles because yes, I love pickles and they're 0 calories. So I totally think it can be an easy way to add to a meal. But also, if you're struggling with meals, take your favorite meals and simply switch up like the base of them or switch up the sauce that you're putting on them. And that's a really easy way to make things a little bit easier as well. I could have this exact same meal with rice and salsa instead of sweet potatoes and ketchup, and it would be completely different. So this is meal number 3. I would say today I'll probably just have one more meal because I will say that these meals are a little bit thicker or a little bit like heftier than I generally have. Sometimes I do, you know, maybe 2 larger meals and then smaller snacks. I kind of call them all meals, but you guys get my picture. Either way, I'm hitting to 150 grams to 200 grams of protein right now. I'm kind of like falling within that range, not tracking it meticulously within pregnancy. I do for myself as well as my pregnant clients, kind of more of a range base, because some days I do feel really, really hungry. And I feel like adding more protein in is just going to help me keep lean muscle mass. And ultimately, my light just shot off. Ultimately, everything's going to baby right now anyways, for the most part. So going over protein is ultimately not going to hurt anything. Our bodies utilize it in some way, shape, or form. So this is the next meal. Okay, this was literally perfect timing because this will hands down be dinner right here. If you have not heard of the storm that's coming, it's literally these Just Meats. We are obsessed with them and literally have them probably 2, 3, 4 times a week for quick, simple, easy dinners. Let me just show you guys. I do have a deal for you guys if you're interested in trying them out, but they come within 2 days of ordering in like these dry ice boxes. And they are these pre-made, pre-cooked, pre-seasoned meats. And literally you cook them on the stovetop for maybe like 2 minutes, and then you add the marinade to it, let it sizzle a little bit, and boom, dinner is done. It literally, we pair it with things like rice, salads, put it in wraps, make different like tacos. So this time we've got Hawaiian chicken teriyaki, hands down the best one. Like, this is gonna be dinner tonight. I am so freaking excited. We got the raspberry barbecue chicken breast. They always have, which makes it super fun, they always have like different deals and different flavorings. This one was for Mother's Day, and literally everyone loved it so much that they've kept it going for longer and longer and longer. But the raspberry barbecue chicken, we've got the smoked Texas brisket. Brandon is obsessed with this one. So if you're like a brisket or pulled pork type of person, that is his go-to. We love the Hawaiian ones. The Hawaiian ones are my all-time favorite. If I could recommend any of them, get the Hawaiian beef and the Hawaiian chicken teriyaki, and you will be a-okay. Next, we got just the roasted diced chicken breast. This one's like super easy for like fajitas. We love chopping up some bell peppers, some onions, throwing those in the skillet with this, and then putting it on like a taco or a burrito. Honestly, you can do anything with it, like make salads. And then we got also the carne asada. So, like I said, you can just simply order these. They are shipped out on dried ice, and they're so good. So quick, simple, easy. If you're someone like us, like literally Brandon will get done with work tonight, probably around 6:37-ish. And I work up until him, and then also taking care of Brady, and you know, just super busy on the go all the time. So if you're someone who like has sports at night with the family, each one of these is 4 servings. Like the macros for these are insane. 4 servings, 190 calories, 37 grams of protein, 4 carbs, and 3 fats. Like, you just can't beat it. And honestly, the price is so much cheaper than if you were to get them at the grocery store. So these will be dinner tonight.